Hey, it's Bart from Wiha Tools here with Dave Deringer, aka MX Culture. Dave, there's so many different ways to get into this sport, but at this level, there's a huge variety of resources, teams, brands that show up. Could you and Brian walk me around the paddock and show me around?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Fantastic.
You've been around longer than anybody here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of the evolution of this team and this level of racing?
Absolutely. Ryan Clark, good friend of mine. He was a very well successful privateer pro racer years ago, and I've known him since the 90s. He retired in I think 12, and then him and Chris Elliott started a team in I think 15 or 16.
Okay.
As a Cowie team, they had some support from Rockwell Watches. I saw him at a Supercross one day, and he's like, "Hey, I want to get Yamahas. I want to do a Yamaha team." And I'm
so
like,
he knew a guy.
He knew a guy, but I don't really get him product and bikes. But I said, if you are Yamaha, I'd like to just hang out and be part of your program, right? So in 18, he got Yamaha, and it was Nuclear Blast. Chris knew a guy, Nuclear Blast record label. And
interesting connection there.
It was, yeah. Chris knew a guy there. They wanted to sponsor Supercross, a team in Supercross. We got Slayer involved, it's a bunch of different bands. It was really cool. That went away. That guy left that company. And then Chris met a guy from Heartbeat Hot Sauce. That's about 2 years now. And it's been a very successful partnership with them.
Okay.
So Wiha came on 2 years ago as well. We were very excited about that.
We are happy to be here.
All the mechanics, Joe and Eric, have the tools, the tool boxes, the new tool boxes, and all the tools are stocked. And we love it. It's you don't see a lot of tool sponsors in Supercross yet.
Which is weird.
But I think you might see more, and you've also told us that you've had some interactions from other teams, riders, and guys mentioning they saw Wiha at Supercross. So to me, that's we've done a decent job at least. So
excellent. Thank you, Dave. Let's keep cruising, see what else we can find.
Down here, Brian, these are the factory teams. These are supported by the actual OEMs, Honda.
So this would be like straight out of Japan.
They all have offices in America, obviously, so it's Honda US, Yamaha US, Kawasaki US. But these are the factory teams. They have a big budget behind them. Here's the man, the myth, the legend, Mitch Payton down here. He's been around a long time. He has won a lot of championships over the years.
Let's go have a look at his door.
Yeah, right. This is the Monster Jump Zone, so later on today, the kids will be doing BMX jumps and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, let's, so every one of these plates on this door, right, that represents...
every title he's won.
That's a title, right?
In Supercross or outdoors over the years.
Okay.
Don't quote me, I think he's at 21, I believe, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
We would be honored to have that on our door, but it's a lot of work and a lot of money to get there, so.
A lot of money, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So another factory supported team here. Another one down there. And then as you go through the pits, kind of away from this main area, you'll get down into support teams.
Okay.
Then you'll get into teams that are actually just doing it out of their pocket.
No funding, no factory
funding
support.
whatsoever, no support.
Okay.
And then you'll get into the privateers. We'll show you that in a little bit. And that's just guys doing it out of their pickup or their vans. Pretty cool.
And are those guys supported by any like personal sponsors? Like, are they getting tires or gas or anything?
Most of them have product sponsors, so they'll get products from the sponsors. Here's Dunlop Tire here. They sponsor a ton of teams, one of the best tires out there. A lot of guys use them, obviously, so you can see them here changing tires, getting ready for later on today.
I bet that's,
every track, every stadium is different with the dirt, so they change those tires constantly.
So it's not a spec tire that every rider gets the same thing?
No. Most guys will run the same tire each weekend, but it changes from weekend to weekend, if you understand what I'm saying there. Hey, Brian here, this is the KTM Juniors Supercross Challenge, and they put their little kids are going to race in front of the fans tonight. Look at these guys, they're having their riders meeting right now.
So all these kids are riding the full-size track?
Yes, on those bikes.
And those are electric bikes, check that out.
They are electric, and they'll all be racing tonight. They're doing the filming right now, Brian, for the show tonight in front of the crowd.
So that's going to be on the Jumbotron.
You'll be on the Jumbotron. They'll introduce each kid, one by one. Really cool. Great for the sport. bring them up through the ranks.
That's the future right here.
It really is.
Has there ever been a
There's
situation?
the trophies there too. Check out the trophies.
Has there ever been a situation where these little dudes 10 years ago are now here today as the pros?
Oh, absolutely. Almost always that winner becomes somebody. Dungy's gone through here, Alessi.
Wow. Okay.
Go online and look at the results. It takes a while, but you go through the results. There are some big names from this.
So there's legends, champions like Dungy, Alessi that came from this program.
Yeah, and many more. I'm obviously missing a few, but there's quite a few. Okay, so here's more of the factory teams. You got Husqvarna, you got KTM, you got Gas, the Monster Energy Star Yamaha down there. That's behind the Team Solitaire pits. So
I'm sure it's not an accident, but regardless of the sponsor being like Monster or Red Bull or Rockstar, it seems that all the brands stick together. The KTMs, the Bowies, the Hondas, they're all together.
Yeah, and they try to line them up kind of together somewhat because this group is together, the Gas and the Husky, obviously, so they can be in somewhat of a similar area together. But what's really cool is once they open the gates at noon, you can come in here and check it out. You can walk right up to this barrier, see the bikes 5 feet away, and check it out. Sometimes if the riders are there, you can talk to them. You can talk to the mechanics and check out what they got going on. So,
what's up, Mo?
You just walk right up and check out the bike. Now they do put them a few feet back, right?
Sure. I can't grab that bike.
You can't grab the bike or see every fine, intricate detail. They hide some stuff. But you're pretty dang close to this bike that's going to be on the track that could win tonight. That bike could win tonight, right?
That's the title guy?
Yeah, well, he's good. So I'm just saying you can get this close to any bike that possibly could win tonight. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And this Fan Fest is open generally from noon to 5 at every round. So look on your calendars and schedules and you can see the city coming closer to you. You can see what time the pits are open. It's the pit party, they call it, once it opens at noon. It's pretty cool. This will be packed. And make sure you walk around later when the pit party's open. You won't even be able to barely walk down this row.
Thousands of people.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Excellent. Moving on.
So Brian, this is kind of the support row. They get a little support from the manufacturer, but a lot of it is out of their pocket or their sponsors' pockets. So you got Bar-X Suzuki, Twisted Tea Suzuki, AEO KTM, Beta Motorcycles is new this year. And then down here you got Parkzilla.
So Solitaire's in this.
Solitaire's at the end there.
Considered in this group. Factory support, good.
You get a little support from the factory, but mainly it's sponsor money or owner money, really. This is the privateer section, we call it.
Big difference here, I've noticed.
These guys are in the back of their pickups. Here's Stank Dog, very popular guy.
Two-stroke.
It's a two-stroke motorcycle. He's got the long hair. He's a little alternative guy. People love him.
Very relatable to the fans.
Very relatable. But as you can see, a lot of guys out in their pickups, vans.
I'm seeing lots of vans and campers.
As you go actually bed down this way, you'll see just a lot of vans with their tents off the back of it. So these guys are full, out of their pocket. Maybe mom and dad is helping them. They want to get up into those next two rows and try to get into those support teams with a little better bike and a little better support.
Sure.
If their results get better, then they can actually maybe move up to the factory level. That's the goal. So you're really starting here, go up a level or two, go up a level or two. That's the end goal, really. So
perfect. That's cool though that there's this many.
Hey, what up, dude?
3 digits.
I've been meaning to see you all year. What's cooking? Yeah, you too. You having fun? Making it happen. Get in there. Later, bro.
So in terms of just like classification, Dave, these would be the privateers, correct?
Yeah, you're still in the privateer row pretty much. It's, there's girlfriends and moms and dads down here. You see a lot more, a little more family
style
friendly, right? Where you get to those other rows, it's a little more serious and a little more, let's focus just on our job today. So here's a couple privateers here. You got Carter Beast 343.
You got the family right here.
There's the Stank Dog. Oh, that's the mini Stank Dog right there. Yeah, Stank Pop. Congrats. You got Cheyenne right here and
Okay.
Jerry Robin right here. I know Jerry uses some Wiha tools in the past as well. So
Okay, excellent.
he's a Minnesota guy but lives in California.
Yeah, he's
There's his mechanic there.
pretty close to our shop, actually.
Yeah.
Is this your full-time gig, just tightening spokes, or?
So, yeah, kind of full time. Come out, help Jerry on the weekends. Full time job back in California too. So
Okay. What do you do back there?
Work at a shop at Race Tech out there in California in the engine department.
Okay, so still definitely in
So,
moto.
Still in the industry. Still hanging around everything, around bikes, all day, every day. So yeah.
How'd you get hooked up with Jerry?
So Jerry and I were actually on a team in 2020, FXR Chaparral.
Okay.
And I was actually with another guy, Chris Blows. Worked for him for a while. Jerry had another mechanic at the time, and then Chris kind of retired, and then went Race Worlds, and then that same team, Jerry came over, rode for, and then I worked with him last year on the gas stuff, and then did some outdoors on the Yamaha stuff with him last year, and then yeah, it's full time now.
So you guys have kind of experienced the whole gamut of privateer, factory support, everything in between.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. Driving us some rounds in the van by ourselves. Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, no worries.
Well, Dave, I got my money's worth on that tour. What's next for the team?
We actually take a few weeks off as the series will head east. It'll go to Dallas, Daytona, and some other rounds. This team, the Heartbeat Hot Sauce, Team Solitaire, Wiha Tools team, is just a West Coast team, so we'll have a few weeks off. Robbie actually might ride a 450 at some of the rounds, so he'll be representing the brands at a couple rounds out east.
That's awesome. I saw you did really well at Arena Cross last week.
He did. That was cool.
Really
Got some TV
cool
time,
to see, and we're so proud to be the tool sponsor for Team Solitaire, and looking forward to more of this in the future.
No, I'm glad you guys came out, and I hope we have a fun day today here at Glendale, and thanks for coming out. It's fun to give you guys a tour. I love giving a tour to anyone and kind of show them a taste of Supercross. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks a lot, Dave.
You got it, buddy.
All right, see ya.